Hi friends, Pam Shepherd here with Pamela Shep Productions. I've been gone a long time, right? Well, one thing I'm going to do is put my makeup on. I'm 72 now since I was on here before. I've turned 72. And I'm going to use this e.l.f. What's it called? Halo Glow Beauty Wand. It's the contour. And it's kind of a nice contour. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going to, and you squeeze it to get more to come out. I actually have been using it a good little bit. So on my nose, up around the top of my head, down around my chin and jawline. Flat brush. Yeah, to just... Okay, so where have I been? What's been going on? Well, we still have Granny Rose most of the time. At this very moment, she's actually at her other son's house. She's been there for about, I think a week today, or close to a week. And then still, Papa is still alive. He'll be 103 on the 27th. Is that so cool? Yeah, he's, you know, had a few little bouts of not feeling well, but he's doing pretty good. And we did have a little bit of stuff that we've been dealing with. Hubby had prostate cancer a while back, and so he had surgery and had his prostate removed. And so now his prostate PSA numbers were going up and up. And so it has kind of reoccurred. So he, actually today we have an appointment. We go in and he, they're going to put tattoos on him where to have radiation. And then they're going to, I think they said they're going to make an apparatus or something to put around him, if I understood that correctly. So anyhow, then I'm just going to use regular old Lime Life. I'm going to, I was going to do this before I started a new video, but I decided to just go ahead today. So I'm just using some regular Lime Life blush. But I'm going to go down to the Dollar General that's right by our house. And I think I'm going to buy all e.l.f. products, all of it. The makeup, the blush, everything. And I think that might be kind of a fun video. Just do a whole old lady e.l.f. video. Oh, so anyhow, hubby is going to start radiation. He has to have it every day for 7 weeks. And in the meantime, I go to this. I had, several years ago, I had melanoma on my arm. So they had to keep cutting it till they got all the margins out. And they had a clean margin. So when I went to I go to the skin doctor every 6 months. So anyhow, they found 3 spots on my back. And so they worked on those. They took a biopsy of each one of those 3, and they came back precancerous. Precancerous melanoma, I think is what they say. So anyhow, that's what they did. They did the biopsies on those, and then they decided to, then they said they had to do excise them, take them out, cut them out. So anyhow, that's what they did. They cut out 3 places on my back, but I said, well, can't you just do them all at one time? They said, oh no, that's too much. So, which they were pretty good size places that they cut out of them. So anyhow, that's what they did. I went through, I don't know what the dog's barking at. Anyhow, they went and cut out, excised the first one, and then it was on my shoulder, and then one was on my arm up here, and then one's on my lower back. So they did the one on my shoulder, and then the other one on my shoulder, and they came back precancerous melanoma, but they had clean margins. So that was very good news. So anyhow, those have been kind of healing up. And let me see what I'm looking like. Okay. So anyhow, we're just plugging along. We had a very, very fun Christmas. It was just so, I just loved it. You know, I put my whole village up and everything. There must be a cat out there. Bella, stop. I was going to say she minded me, but she didn't. Okay, and I'm going to put some of this highlighter stuff because I think that really makes a difference in a person, you know, that's getting on up there in years. Yeah. So anyhow, that's kind of what's been going on, you know. We did go camping last weekend. That was so fun. I loved every minute of it. I just loved it. Okay, I'm going to use my eyelash curler. Oh, a little piece of white cotton. There we go. Got them in there, and I'll squeeze them. Boom, 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 boom. Right on this side. Yeah, so we're just hanging in there. We're doing pretty good. You know, Granny Rose sort of has dementia, and so we just kind of hang along with her. It was so funny. One of the times was the next door neighbor gave her a little cute little mug, had it all wrapped up. You know, it was almost like a Christmas present, you know, when Granny she had gone to her other sons for Christmas and then came back. And so she opened it up and she says, look at this, Pam, look how cute it is. I said, that is really cute, you know. She was so excited. So she set it down beside her puzzle there. And in a little bit, she goes, what's this? I said, oh, that's that mug that the next door neighbor gave you. And she said, I don't remember that. I said, yeah, remember you brought it in and showed it to me? She goes, well, she could have. It was so funny. It was really cute. Well, she could have. Oh, boy. But anyhow, so what I'm going to do is just take this dark brown eyeshadow, and I'm just going to take a skinny little brush. I don't ever know the numbers of brushes, or, you know, you watch these people who know what they're doing so much, and they get busy, and they'll tell you, okay, this is brush number so-and-so, and I just like it because it's thin. And then I'm going to do it on this side too, and I'm doing it kind of in the crease of my eye. And I'm going to take a little bit fatter one. I have a little bit fatter one that is really kind of, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's kind of a stubby little one. And I like to do it like this. Yeah, I think that's so cool. After I put the color on the, all I have done on this part is I just used some, I guess it's a, well, what do you call that? It's a concealer. Okay, we're going to do that, and then I'm going to take this little stubby brush again, a little stubby brush, and just going to do like that. So that's the only eyeshadow I have on it all, is just this little skinny little deal, although I do want some out here a little more. Then I'll take, dropped it. I'll take my little stubby brush and do like that. Yeah. Okay, so got my, I took the black pencil liner and I did it up under there like that, and did it like that. This one happens to be black. I got a gray one, and I don't know if it's just the particular kind I've got or what, but I don't like it very much. It doesn't look that good. Oh, I know what else happened. Okay, I know what else happened. I went to a Christmas craft fair, and my husband brought us, because it was an all-day event, my friend went with me, and he brought us some little chicken pieces and little taters. I don't know what they're called, some kind of taters. And I just bit down on a potato. It wasn't even like a little French fry. And I heard my tooth go like that, and I thought, ow, what was that? So I went to take a bite again, and I couldn't stand it. Well, my tooth had broken right in two, and I thought, oh no. So sure enough, I couldn't even eat after that. I mean, it was just horrible. So I called the dentist office the next day, and And well, I guess that was a Saturday. So I called them on Monday and I said, oh my gosh, I broke my tooth. I need some help. Well, they couldn't see me till not the next day, but the next day after that. So I went in, and sure enough, it was broken right in two. So I had to make another appointment to make the decision, you know, if I wanted to have it. They x-rayed it, and it was cracked right down through. Do you want to have a you know, root canal? Do you want to have this? Do you want to have that? I said, no, I don't. I want to have that tooth pulled, because I had one tooth that I had to have 2 root canals, and it was just, and it was horrible. And then I didn't like the process of it at all. It was just awful. And then this one down here, I had to have one pulled down here because it was cracked. And so I ended up, remember I had a video on that where they did the implant, and I never liked the implant. I hated it. I thought, what have I done? And it's kind of expensive. I mean, it just is expensive. And so when I went back, because this tooth was cracked, they said, oh, I said, this one is just too big. It's huge, and it's just bothering me. So they said, oh yeah, go back to the one in Roseburg. So I went back, and they put one of those pieces of paper. It always reminds me of that old, what's it called? That little digital paper where you bite on it, and then it shows them where. They said, oh yeah. So they ground it down quite a bit, and that made it a lot better. And then, but they did leave a really sharp part on the inside, and so it literally even cut my tongue. So they ground that off. That was better. So now I said, I don't want to have an implant anymore. I want to have not a partial, but I'm having a hard time with words today. Goodness, what's that called? Oh, bridge. I told him, I said, okay, I want to have a bridge. I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole of having the root canal and then having a bone put up in there. And I said, I just want a bridge. Okay. So they pulled my tooth, and it had to heal. So I had to go with the outer tooth there for quite a while till it was healed up and ready to go. And so then when I went back, you know, they did an implant or impression of it. And when I went back to get it put in, I had no idea that for a bridge, they drill down the tooth on each side. So they gave me all these shots, and all of a sudden, they're like drilling my tooth gone. I'm thinking, what? So when I got a little break, I put my tongue up there, and it's like, oh my gosh, my eye tooth, I guess it's called. It's just down to this little nub. There's like a hole, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I did not know this. So pretty soon, after they got that all drilled down and everything, they did a little impression of my mouth and everything before and after. And then they put this temporary one on that they had done an impression on before. So it's like, oh my gosh. I said, well, am I able to eat with this on? They said, oh no, it's permanent. It just stays on there forever. I said, oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was thinking of partial rather than a bridge. I didn't realize that. So anyhow, I'm hoping it's going to turn out to be a good situation, a good choice. Well, so far, actually, this plastic weird, it's kind of rough. So, and if you chew gum, it kind of sticks to it. But so far, that's been actually pretty okay, you know? So, gosh, I don't know. So that's what's been going on too. Tooth, having a precancerous things cut off my back. My husband had to go have a PET PSMA scan and has to now have radiation. So we're hanging in there. So anyhow, this is really fun. This is really, really fun to be back and talk to you guys. Okay, as you can see, my hair's getting a little bit longer. I have cut it since I last had a video, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to cut it again. So and I bought that razor comb thing on Amazon, but I'll show you that worked out pretty good for part of it. But I thought, well, let's just leave this where it flips out just a little bit, where it's longer. But so we're hanging in there, we're absolutely hanging in there. And I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me see if this is, oh, this is one, LA Colors. I think this one would be actually from the Dollar Tree, honestly. I think so. But here's the one that I had that was, I think it's called Raisin, and it's from Revlon. Yeah. It's a little bit dark. Little bit dark. And yep. Oh, that's not even. There. Okay, and then I'm going to use, I love this Revlon lipstick. It's not too expensive. I don't know if it was like maybe $5 or $7. And I love this number 300. It says it's Coffee Bean is the name of it. I kind of like it. Coffee Bean. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Put that on. And then I'm going to just put some clear gloss. This one is one of the little Lifeline ones that I had. It was little. But as you can see, when I use it with red, it kind of discolors it. But I don't care. It's okay with me. All right, so I need to put some earrings on. And I need to spray my perfume for today. My favorite is Eternity for Women. I like it. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also had a lump on my neck over here. Not as bad as it was, but I have this. It's not a hard lump, but it's just that. So they had me go in, and they did an ultrasound of it, and they said it was okay. I think it was just a swollen lymph node. So. But it's okay. So it was way bigger. Well, bigger than this side. But anyhow, it's okay. It's okay. So we've had quite the little doctor's appointment. Oh, I'm going to put one of these. I'm going to spray some finishing spray here too. Okay. And one of the things that I couldn't decide. Wait a second. You know, they always tell you, wow, that made my eyelashes stick together. One of the things that they tell you is that, okay, if you're going to do YouTube, you have to just do one thing only. If you're going to do makeup, you can only do makeup. Or if you're going to do, you know, paper crafting, you only do paper crafting. Or if you're going to do beads, you only do beads. And I don't like that. I like to do paper crafting, and I like to do beads, and I love to sew. And I love to make quilts, and I've been doing lots of sewing stuff. And we did okay at the craft fair, the Christmas craft fair. Actually, my husband made some wood products. He made some wooden Christmas trees and some little, just little round dishes. And oh, he made some wooden snowmen. Those sold. People really liked those, and the trees. But we did good. We did all right. But anyhow, I'm going to go, and I will talk to all you good people. You like my hair longer? Or you, oh, look at, I got to color my hair. Look at the gray. You know what I'm going to do for that? Let me show you a trick while I got you here. Watch this. You see this brown eyeshadow? I'm going to put a little brown eyeshadow there. Where's that fluffy brush I had? Here, let's use that fluffy one. I'm going to do like this, and it won't be so stark white. I better color my hair. Oh boy. What do we think about that? Let me look at a close-up here. It's not so bad. Not so white, right? There. I made myself younger by whatever. A couple years of being that old white. My gray is kind of an ugly gray. It's like a mousy, weird, or would try to go all gray, but I'd have to do a different color on that too. So My mom never really did turn gray before she passed away. She just, it was salt and pepper brown, you know. It was not that great of a color either. Anyhow, God bless you guys. I'll keep you posted on all this weird medical stuff. And I'm going to start showing you some of my crafting stuff. I'm going to take my phone up there and do a couple crafting things. So fun, okay? All right. So I'll see you on the next video. What do you think of hair a little bit longer? Do we go back to the shorter pixie? You think that's better? Let me know. Give me your true, honest thoughts. I like them. Okay? And I'm so glad to be back with you guys. You know, I miss you. I really did. It's pretty fun. Okay? See you on the next video. Bye.